I'd like to introduce you to our integration with NetDocuments and how it works. You will see here that I have the Acme company set up in NetDocuments. I've got a letter here. I am going to place everything in the letter, and you can see I don't have anything here yet. So I'm just going to create it, and in this case, I'm just using our FileVine integration so I can easily pull things in without having to bore you with entering a whole bunch of information. And in this case, I'm going to create both of these documents. And you can see one document is just going to ask you information based on that document and create AMA appeal. Then I can go through and put in other information in. And I've basically just pulled in everything that I need to know from it. We are keying off of, so in NetDocuments, and you'll see it in the configuration, we've got the client ID and matter ID that we need to be able to pull in. And in this case, I'm just pulling it in from FileVine, but depending on the situation, there's some different approaches that you can take depending on what systems you're using. We just need to basically know what a couple of those pieces of information are with client and matter to be able to pull them in. Then I go ahead and click complete. And I've got these documents that have been created. I can certainly click on that. If I click on it, I can do a preview of it, see what it looks like. This is kind of a simple preview. The other option is that we've created, if you've got the word add-in, and this is why we did it this way, if you've got the add-ins, if I do a shift click, it's actually going to open up it, check it out for me, and then it's going to open it up in Word. So it's just working on that right now. And then I've got my Word document. I can go, the nice thing is now I've got it open, I'm in. You saw here that I've gone through the version, I've got the client matter, it's a document type. I can add author, I can add other profile details. You can actually do it because we actually import your profile details when we do the initial configuration of NetDocuments. So you can go through and automatically pre-populate these so that it's searchable and you can find it. And it also gives you the ability to get, I guess, systematized about how documents are stored so that as people are using it, that you know that it's going to the right place, which is usually an issue, that you've got different people doing different things. By having Knackly in the mix, you can then go through and kind of control it, make it easy for them so that they can have it exactly where they need it to be. You'll see, so if I were to go through and add, so this is a test, and I click save, it's now automatically saving this to NetDocuments. So if I were to close this, and I'm just going to go in here, if I do a refresh, you'll see the letter. You'll see that all the change that I made is carried over, so I don't have to worry. So it really keeps it pretty seamless in how I'm going to approach it. But with questions here, if I were to rerun it, right now we have it so it just creates a new document. We haven't done versioning. We're kind of looking to see what the users are interested in and how they're using it before we add some more functionality that we're looking at adding later. So let's go into the configuration of it. And please, if you do have questions, feel free to go ahead and put them in, and then I'll be answering them at the end. So you'll see the NetDocuments. You'll select your region. You'll put in your repository ID, connect it, and then you can see you can connect it to the appropriate cabinet, and then you just click Import Cabinet. And with that, you now have access. We basically brought in the profile fields that you use for that cabinet. Each workspace is just using one cabinet. In larger firms, the approach that we're taking is if you do need different cabinets, usually it's a different practice area, and we basically can do multiple workspaces for different practice areas is kind of the approach that we're taking there. So what does it look like when we are going through and configuring it? So you'll see I've got the profile, NetDocuments demo profile. I've got the client, so I just have to put where am I grabbing the client ID from, where are we going to pull it from, where are we going to pull the matter from, the document type. Certainly this could be a fillable field if you want, or since it's, in this case, I could do it, I just said it was a letter, so I can hard code that, and then who the author is going to be. And I didn't have author entered in FileVine. So, but same thing as the OneDrive integration, that you can go through and do the assembled file name so that you can get the exact name of it that you want to have, and they'll pull that information in. So that kind of gives you a basic overview of how OneDrive and NetDocuments work with our integration. And kind of nearing the end here, but I am going to stay on and answer questions. But if you would like to see how Knackly would work for your firm, please go to our website and click on and go to knackly.io/demo. I do see some questions coming in, so let's answer those. One question is there a one-way sync only from NetDocuments to OneDrive? Can someone start a document in OneDrive, then sync back to ND? You could certainly do the OneDrive, start at OneDrive. If you're going to sync it back to NetDocuments, then you basically would have to go through. In our view, it's kind of one or the other as far as the Knackly integration goes, but you could go through and do some syncing to get it into NetDocuments through Power Automate, and there's some other tools out there that would allow you to do that. Can sync take place at a folder level? Right now, our approach in NetDoc, I'm going to assume, so I'll answer it for both NetDocuments and OneDrive. OneDrive, it is taking place at the folder level, so certainly each document can go to a different folder if you want to. With NetDocuments, we've taken the approach that we're using the profiling to get it to where it needs to go. So. Certainly, if there are other questions, happy to answer them either online or offline. All right. Well, I thank you for joining us today. And if you do have questions, please reach out to us. Happy to do a demo. Just go to knackly.io/demo. For those of you that are current users of Knackly and want to be able to add these things on, you can actually you can click on the demo, or you can do a support link and we'll go through and add it. We are going to be sending out some configuration videos to get a little bit more in depth on how to go through and set it up initially. That will be coming out in our newsletter next week, so you can be looking for those and go from there. Just to refresh costs, so with OneDrive, it's included. You just have to have a Plus or Professional Knackly subscription. For NetDocuments, we do have an add-on cost. It's $5 per month per user for the first 50, and then a sliding scale after that. So please look forward to be able to speak with you, and appreciate you joining us today, and look forward to helping you. Thank you.